stay in a stationary. Keeps creeping down to its leg. So all you see left is a leg. Okay. Looking good. Image Comics presents Payback, Story Pencils and Inks by Todd McFarlane. Letters and editor Tom Orzechowski. Story consultant Terry Fitzgerald. Color Steve Olive, Ruben Rude, and Optics. Dedicated to Rob Layfield, co-creator of Overkill. 3 weeks ago, Al Simmons returned from the grave. Tricked, deceived, he now lives a life he'd much rather never have started. With hundreds of questions still to be answered, the one thing he hasn't been is comfortable. His new life and powers are a mockery. Both are cruel jokes put into play by a legendary evil. To use those powers means stepping closer to a second death. Holding back will buy him the time to ask all his questions. Unfortunately, the fates aren't cooperating. Pushed into battle against a mafia-directed cyborg, the Spawn avoided use of his powers during battle. However, 2 cracked ribs and a broken arm changed that. He can endure the pain from the ribs, but the arm had to be fixed. More wasted energy. There had to be a way to stop it. There was. While a government-paid assassin, he was one of the handful privy to certain details, such as the location of the right hardware to drop a cyborg. The last snap of a magazine clip for an AK-830 rocket launcher for the first time in 3 weeks feels the way he used to when he was stalking a kill. Comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Somewhere in hell, a childlike grin crosses the face of evil. This should be about do it. Got enough firepower to level a small building or a big cyborg. Lucky for me, his external life sensors went haywire when his arm was damaged. He thought I was dead. Don't know how much more I could have taken. Though, if push came to shove, I could have blown the crap out of him with my powers. Bump. Not now. Another intrusion, another distraction. Your presence has been detected sooner than you thought. This is the army after all. The country's elite. You were one of them not long ago. Bump bump. Get the door, Ram! Or get the door, Ram! The crowbar wedged in the door won't keep them back for long. Skack! This'll get the job done. Come on, guys, I can feel it giving. Johnson, what the hell's taking our backup so long? I told them it was priority code 1. They're on their way, sir. With each crushing blow, the steel-reinforced doors offer less resistance. As hinges buckle, the Spawn weighs his options. Probably just a bunch of kids. So killing them won't solve anything. What I needed most was time. That and a little bit of luck. He has afforded neither luxury. Damn it. He curses, not because he couldn't take on these young army brats and win, but because he doesn't even want to fight. Freeze! Don't make a move! That would have been a concept foreign to him during his previous life. Though he's primed for action, this is not the action he's looking for. His sights are set on a specific target. Fortunately, getting to that target involves another drain on his powers. Teleportation. He hasn't tried it yet. He hopes it works. It does sort of. His molecules are ripped apart one by one, then meshed together with the existing molecular structures present. They are then vacuumed, sucked at the speed of light to a preordained location, then reassembled as fiercely as they were separated. Put simply, the spawn isn't having fun yet. Holy mother! I think I'm going to puke. He melts to the ground of a deserted alleyway in the Bowery, an area that somehow draws him back since his return to Earth. This is his new home, full of garbage and crap and trunks. It serves as a purpose, that of a constant. Besides, he's beginning to bond with some of his neighbors. As he thrashes crumpled on the cracked pavement, an advantage of this arrangement becomes apparent. Yo, Redman, never fear, Bobby's here. You, you ain't looking so solid, I say to myself. It's time for a good old Uncle Bobby to weave some of his street magic. Oops. 8031. Time's a ticking away. Come on, boy. A big strapping fella like you ought to have more stamina than that. Why, when I was your age, I could pound back a whole case of suds and never burp even once. Though my farts were pretty wicked. I'm not drunk. I just need a minute to. Sure, sure, look it, kid. I ain't nothing to be ashamed of. Some of some of us was just built with strong stomachs and bigger bladders. Now you just sit back and relax. I'm gonna watch out for you tonight. Oops. Yeah, okay. Fine. This is why Spawn came back, because he can be with those who care. As improbable as it seems, the bums of a certain 4-block radius have accepted Spawn as one of their own. Let me ask you a question, boy. Why are you always parading around in that queer-looking outfit? You decide to head onto the streets on Halloween or what? I mean, how are you expecting to feel alive when you're wearing something that don't allow bottled happiness to reach your lips? Here, give me that. Takes off his mask. Spawn sits frozen with the moment. What can he say now? Hee-haw! Cripes, kid, you're even uglier than my Aunt Mabel. And she was ugly! It's obvious that these castaways gave up on judging the surface of things long ago. No! Come on, bud. I was only kidding. Took it kind of hard, didn't he? Alan Moore writes Spawn number 8. Poster answered by Frank Miller. In another part of New York, in the building owned by Mafia Don Antonio Twist, nerves are less frayed. We are all grateful for your assistance, Overkill. Bartino is very lucky to have you in his ranks. The damage you have sustained is unfortunate, but we will gladly cover the cost of any repairs necessary. You may also have my private jet at your disposal whenever you wish to leave for your homeland. I will leave when I am 100% again, not before. Mr. Bartino will not understand my accident, though my target was far too easy a kill. It would not do my reputation any good to go home less than perfect. I hope you understand. I do. Too bad Bartino didn't have the same compassion. If you don't mind my asking, who will you work for when Bartino dies? Hopefully not for many years, but such questions need to be asked. And so goes Antonio Twist. Tries to swallow up more power. His nickname on the street is Dracula, because he lives to suck on the power. Because he lives to suck the power out of everyone. Oh, he's still taking it kind of bad. Start here, go here, and then down. Exploding pain engulfs Spawn's senses, rebounding in his skull like a satanic pinball game. Then another flashback slashes its way to the surface. It's a piece of forgotten past trying to tie together the final clues about his death. He was a soldier, a patriot. He did what his country asked, and he was decorated for it. As a covert hitman, his selective conscience was an asset. It was a marriage, thoughts of family and future that sprouted the seeds of his doom. Increasingly, his life was filled with doubt. The perfect killer started asking questions. His life became a nightmare. He fell out of favor and he was murdered. Why can't he recall his killer's face? Why is he haunted, hounded by this vision of the Grim Reaper? But what does it mean? Scum like you make me sick. Even if they hadn't paid me for this, I'd have killed you for free. There isn't any room for traitors, Simmons. We're at war. No time for morons or your self-righteous grandstanding. I'm glad they finally decided to do something about it. They were smart enough to get the best man for the job. One who can still follow orders. I'll see you in hell, bro. What does it mean? Stop! Hey, buddy, I said I was only kidding about your looks. Peacefulness. It can be such a rare commodity. Stop! Don't kill him! It's been 5 years since her husband's death. Juana Blake had come to terms with that fact years ago. But in the past 3 weeks, her sleep has been sporadic at best. She can't stop thinking of him and his tortured soul, and try as she might to hide it from her new husband. These are images she cannot endure. Wanda, Wanda, what is it? Snap out of it, sweetheart. There's nothing here. Don't kill him. Oh, Terry, what's wrong with me? Someone killed him. Someone shot Al. I don't think he was killed in action. He couldn't. Listen, baby, you've got to let it go. Al's dead. He died for his country, but he wasn't murdered. You said so in the past. Look, tomorrow I'll send for his files and check again. That's not enough. One thing about new comics is you're just, you gotta flatten them. You see, my very existence is putting all of you in danger. Someone wants me, and they're willing to carve a path through these alleyways to eliminate me. For now, they think I'm dead. The perfect time to go on the offensive. Besides, somebody has to protect our territory. This is our home, Bobby. We just can't let them take it. We can't let them take any more. I can't. Jeez, lighten up, Al. We don't gotta worry about 'em. We can just move. Wouldn't be the first time. So piss on 'em, I say. Let 'em have the stinking garbage. It ain't worth fighting for. No, but you are. Besides, friend, I won't move. These alleys are ours. Now, tomorrow and next week, they have no right, and they have no guts. This'll be easy, I promise. Haha, so you're a regular hero, aren't you? And here I figured you wore that get because you were some kind of fruitcake. I'm no hero. Suit yourself. Ain't no business of mine anyways, but tell me, son, from what I've heard, it's the damn mafia that's been combing our turf. You ain't crazy enough to try and take on them dudes are you? How you figure on pulling off something stupid like that? I have my ways. Yeah, I could see. What you plan on doing? Conquering China? No. It's what I'll take to even a score. An eye for an eye. Time to streamline. His cape will only get in the way now. Other than for show, he sees no reason to keep it. As Spawn walks away, lost in the cluttering of guns and ammo, neither he nor Bobby notices the cape as it slithers after them. I do have a Spawn figure somewhere. What the heck? Oh, I accidentally refreshed my screen with the keyboard behind. F5, I accidentally pressed it. I actually have a Spawn figurine without its missing many parts. Alright. The next morning at the animal shelter near Wanda's home. You heard me right, ma'am. I don't have anyone here on staff who fits your description. Sounds like a mighty fine fellow, though. Except, of course, about him posing as an SPCA employee. I can't prove that part. Might have been from another district, though. Don't explain why he'd know about your dog. She brushed it off at the time, but Wanda hasn't been able to stop thinking about the man who came calling about her dog. Besides, there have been those recurring dreams about Al. In some weird way, she feels like she might know Al. Or, in some weird way, she feels he might have known Al. He seemed like such a troubled individual, if nothing else. She wanted to make sure he was okay. Now she knows the nice gentleman was a fraud, but why? Maybe he was checking up on her husband. Marriage to CIA man does have its pitfalls. Go ahead, get a good look, but I'll tell you, I'm mighty proud of my ears. Sure, I've heard all the jokes. You look like a taxi with its doors open. Hey, Dumbo. Hey, Trophy Head. If nothing else, they sure do break the ice. What? Oh, pardon me. I was thinking of something. What did you? After 10 minutes talking about earlobes and Ross Perot, Moana excuses herself. I wonder if Terry's in some sort of trouble at his job. Was that guy a government stiff? Or something more? These questions will follow her the whole day. Nightfall. The perfect time for dead heroes to go to work. Time to get some fast answers. That thug I took out last night killed himself before I could get any answers. Bet it won't take me long before I get some new ones. He's right, it takes only 3 well-placed appearances to get to the facts. Who sent Overkill? A man nicknamed Dracula. In a midtown building. Oh, now to pay him a little visit. In a midtown building perched amid the concrete catastrophes of New York City sits a somber figure. He considers his options, which companies to engulf, what to wear to the charity fundraiser, whose wife to seduce. These plans are made with no fear of interruption. No one has ever penetrated past the second level of the Resident 12-tier security system. God, I had tough reading that last few bubbles there. No one. I need your help, fat boy. How dramatic. Tell your cyborg flunky I'll be waiting for him at the Emerson Piers. Midnight. Tell him we're not finished. Yet. Word is sent. The hell? It's a spawn vehicle. It's pictures of a spawn racing car, I guess? Interesting. Dave Sims writes Spawn 10, poster insert by Rob Layfield. Ooh, Rob Layfield's a good artist. Oh. F5 again. Though this encounter won't solve any of Spawn's problems, it will satisfy one deep need. Battle. Sometimes there doesn't need to be a reason, though this time he has one. A debt to the residents of the alleyways. Then again, maybe it's for himself alone. A purpose. A way to resume his life. A reason for hope. Cocky son of a bitch. Hey, hero! Seems I screwed up. Should have ripped your friggin' head off to make sure you was dead. I intend to correct my oversight. Thanks for the invite. Shall we play? Gladly. Spawn's leap to safety goes nowhere as Overkill's hand darts out. What's wrong with your magic chains now? He'd forgotten about his loose hanging chains. It felt so natural to be holding a gun again that he half forgot his new situation. He'll regret it at leisure. Right now, he grabs the closest piece of flying debris and improvises. Damn. Oh, right through his... Right through... Ouch. He's gained an advantage. No reason to celebrate though. Wounding a machine only leaves you with an angry machine. It must be terminated. That almost hurt. You've scarred me for a second time. I can't have that. Bud, you want to see scarred? I'll show you hell in the flesh. Take a good look. I'm patient. Ah, yar. You look like crap. You know, the smelly, oozy kind. Now I'm gonna stomp you, so I can scrape you off my boot, you piece of dirt. Frank Miller writes Spawn number 11, poster insert by Jeff Darrow. Bad joke. I don't know if you can see it from... Bam, 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 bam. Malfunction. Malfunction. Now. So who's laughing now? I fought your kind before. This is where the fun comes in. Spawn. Ching, poing, ching, ching. With all the noise that's been made, he knows the authorities will be called. He needs to leave. But not before he takes a moment to revel in his handiwork. And not before he sets the timer of an electromagnetic bomb. That should do it. Can't leave any evidence behind. As he slips away into the night, he thinks about his home in the alley, and how he'll curl up behind some rusty dumpster for a well-deserved night's sleep. A long, comfortable night. Bye-bye, Overkill. You lasted 2 issues. Some art. Winky? Winky? Okay. He cut his teeth on the Dark Knight, broke all sales records with the web slinger, and now Spawn is making everything that came before seem dull. Starber Home Video proudly presents 3 ways to continue your McFarlane excitement. Wow. Hyping the shit out of Todd. Wildstar. You're invited to a 30 megaton blowout. Wildstar. Sky Zero. So that's that. Spawn issue number 8 or 7. Next issue will be number 8, obviously. Hope you enjoyed it. It'll be uploaded to my YouTube. And we do this segment